It's the Yankees against the Reds in the first game of a 3-game set from Great American Ballpark.
Nice. We're in Cincinnati for Yankees and Reds. The Yankees are going to get mad at Onora first over that call.
Wife of Ryan. 2-2. I was asking Aaron Boone, as Volpe goes down looking there, and that one called a strike on the outside corner.
Batter and umpire have a little convo. It ends, but the umpire warns the dugout for chirping too. They went to look at an iPad replay of pitches. That's what it's come to. But it won't be New York, but Cincinnati that gets mad enough to get tossed from the game for a reason very familiar when it comes to Yankee pitching.
Clark Schmidt just had his glove and hand examined by the umpiring crew.
Rosin and sweat sometimes gets sticky.
Just like the Herman incident in April, Baldelli ejected, umpire said wash your hands. Here, umpire Hoberg says wash it off. So the pitcher goes back to the dugout to do just that, while Onora tells opposing manager Bell what's going on. The pitcher comes back, is checked by Onora the chief, and then goes to the mound. Onora talks to Bell again, and Bell doesn't like it.
Now David Bell is out wanting to know exactly what's going on. Schmidt has not thrown his warm-up tosses yet, so, and you know what David Bell's saying. He's saying, hold on a second, if you're having to tell him to go wash his hands, that means they're too sticky. Why are you not just throwing him out of the game?
This looks so familiar to the Herman wash your hands episode that Baldelli got ejected about. Especially with the Scherzer ejection, here's what I see. Something is red flaggy when the pitcher leaves the field, but they have doubt as to what that is. If it's really rosin and sweat like the broadcast says, that's not really ejectable, so they tell the pitcher wash it off, do another check when the pitcher comes back. In the Scherzer game, Scherzer was ejected after failing the inspection when he came back, not when he left the field the first time. It's the same story with Herman in Tirana. He didn't get ejected leaving, but failing the inspection when he came back to the field. That was the ejection. Here, the umpire who does the inspection coming off sees something weird, tells the other umpires who do an inspection on him coming back, tell him to wash his hand, and he gets a second comeback inspection, which he then passes. Bell's like, he should only get one, he should get thrown out. Onora explains something, Bell doesn't buy it and says,
That's fertilizer.
And then argues some more to get ejected himself.
And there's David Bell getting tossed out. With how this is handled, that I think frustrates umpires at times for, okay, what constitutes a guy just getting thrown out, and then what exactly creates a situation where you feel comfortable just asking him to wash his hands?
I think the answer to that question is the issue of doubt. If it's sticky and you can't explain it as simply not legal, like it could be rosin or something that's legal, you give the instruction of wash off. It's a 10-game suspension on the line after all. But if it's obvious, like pine tar that Michael Pineda had on his neck, or something like that, you eject right away. But if it's doubt, I think that's where you have this wash it off thing come from. And then if they fail again coming back, then you eject. I think the issue here is the first come off, the umpire's suspect, but doesn't tell the pitcher, tells his crew. So the crew does a comeback inspection, tells you wash your hands, so the pitcher effectively gets 2 comeback inspections instead of just 1.
So that's Bell's second ejection of this year, the 22nd of his career, and Schmidt remains in the game.
As for the ejection itself, Bell makes his point. Onora gives an answer, and Bell's continued complaining, braces for the comments here, histrionic gestures by repeatedly smacking himself in the hand.
And it heated up, and there he goes.
And so David Bell gets tossed, and we're in a weird spot right now because, Lark, I honestly don't know who to believe or what's what.
Yeah, I'm with you, John. I don't either.